April Fool's is just a super fun time for the video community, isn't it? You forget what day it is and then get suckered into every YouTuber or troll post on Facebook that tells you about some new crazy release coming. I give SmallRig big props for their April Fool's joke that even fooled some camera news sites like Petapixel. The airbag for your camera. At first glance, it sure seems like a plausible idea, taking from hot ticket items like the airbag helmet and the airbag jacket they make for your grandma. So kudos to SmallRig for, in my opinion, taking the trophy for the best April Fool's joke. Thank God April Fool's is over.
April Fools!
DJI has entered our weekly rumor mill rundown, and it's for the Mini 3 Pro. A leaked video is giving us a pretty good look at what the successor to the DJI Mini 2 looks like. The leak was published on the Deals Drone Twitter account and shows a drone that was seen in retail packaging last month. Right off the bat, we can see that the Mini 3 model will be a Pro model. It's the first time DJI has done this with the Mini series, and a view of the underside shows it was weighing at 249 grams, meaning it may not have to be registered where you live. The video also shows a redesigned 3-axis gimbal and a new camera model with a f1.7 aperture and 24mm focal length. The other big improvement is a better battery that should last about 10% longer than the Mini 2. In flight time, that's about 4 more minutes between charges. Now, the Mini 3 hasn't actually been confirmed by DJI, so we don't have an official release date yet, but it's speculated to be coming sometime this year. So if you do want to read into all of the details and get into all the speculation online, we've linked an article in the description for this video, and we'll keep waiting to see what happens when the Mini 3 Pro finally gets announced. And the company is also entering the audio game. DJI launched the DJI Mic this week, and it's a dual wireless mic pack that looks more like a voice recorder from an old school sci-fi show than new tech. But it can record your audio up to 820 feet away. Believe that when I see it, and has a battery life of up to 5.5 hours or 15 hours if you utilize the charging case. So plenty of battery for a day of shooting. Each transmitter stores up to 14 hours or about 8 gigabytes of recording. These files are 4800 hertz in 24-bit mono wave format, and you can separate into channels or combine them for more flexibility in your editing. And you can use it with your phone, whether you're on Android or iPhone. That's really nice. One pretty valuable feature that's included in the pack is a safety track. It'll record a backup of your audio at a lower volume of -6 decibels, so a bit different from your main track, but it's a nice safeguard in case you get back to edit and discover some issues in your audio, like, someone talking louder than they do when you're trying to test the audio out. Happens all the time. And overall, the DJI Mic seems like a decent option if you're looking for a 2.4 gigahertz system for on-the-go recording. The DJI Mic system comes with 2 microphone transmitters, a receiver, the charging case, phone adapters, 2 windscreens, 2 magnetic plates, and a carrying bag. And it's currently available for pre-order at $329. If you're a camera or film enthusiast, you're going to want to check out this video. ARRI released its 2022 Showreel earlier this week, highlighting the different ways ARRI cameras were used in the media throughout the pandemic. And what ways were they not used? That's more of the question. It includes everything from big Hollywood blockbusters to small indie films, television shows, commercials, and more. The filmmakers used everything from ARRI large format and Super 35 cameras to Alexa 65, ARRI Cam, and ARRI Flex cameras. The company highlights that the reel is a good showcase of how there is space for all formats side by side. And it's also a pretty beautiful reminder that creating art has more to do with the person behind the camera than the actual technology. All these people creating different media pieces and telling individual stories while using similar gear. Of course, it also showcases the extraordinary talent of directors and DPs who combined different lenses, lighting, production design, and post-production techniques to develop the finished product that best tells their story. So shout out to ARRI for this highlight reel. We've definitely added some movies to our watch list after seeing it. We've got quite a few new lens drops and teases to cover today. First up, the Zeiss Supreme line is complete. Duclos launched the Supreme Prime 15mm T1.8. That's right, a full-frame T1.8 15mm lens. It combines an extremely wide-angle view with a fast aperture and follows the same minimum close focusing ability as the 18mm and 21mm models. The 15mm lens features interchangeable PL and LPL mounts, full-frame or Super 35 coverage, and minimal breathing. And it weighs in at just under 5 pounds. The line was specifically designed to provide consistent color coverage, color rendering, aperture size, and weight. Each lens includes a Super 35 sensor or smaller, so you can use it for full frame and beyond. Each model follows a standard positioning on the focus and iris ring, so you can easily switch out based on your shooting need. If you want to get your hands on this lens, get that credit card ready. You can pre-order now for just $31,625. That's a lot of money. And Laowa is teasing a new anamorphic lens. It's something that will break from the traditional and redefine anamorphics. according to them. And apparently it's coming to Kickstarter, at least according to the Laowa website. You can register there to be notified when the details for the launch event are actually available. This will be the first anamorphic lens release for Laowa, but they did release a 133 times rear anamorphic adapter for a lens, and there's definitely a market for affordable anamorphic lenses. So it'll be exciting to see what this company puts out, especially since they're so good at creating small lenses for MFT sensors. It's be really cool to see. And Nikon announces a new super telephoto lens that's compact. Well, at least compared to similar lenses. The Nikkor Z800mm f6.3 VRS is the latest addition to Nikon's S line full of frame lenses for the Z series mirrorless cameras. These lenses are designed to give photographers capturing things like aviation, birds, and wildlife the ability to capture full frame with clarity, even at extreme distances. And just at over 5 pounds, it's definitely a lens that you can still take on the go and out in the field. Just by comparison, that's 48% lighter and 16% shorter than its F-mount counterpart. This is because it uses a PF or phase Fresnel lens element, but the size doesn't hurt the performance. Nikon says it's still capable of fast focus response, intense sharpness, and beautiful color reproduction. So is this a lens you'll be adding to your lineup? All of my Nikon fans out there, we are just over 2 weeks away from NAB 2022, the biggest brands and hot new tech on display for 4 days in Las Vegas. Frame Voyager will be there ready to give you the updates on what's happening. So if you're going to the show, mark your calendars for Monday, April 25th. We're hosting a Voyager meetup to hang out and talk gear. More details, including the sign up, are available at the link below in the description. So let us know if you want to hang out with us at NAB. We will be bringing that entire 4 days, a bunch of different coverage, interviews with multiple different companies, and just showing you really what's going on. So mark that on your calendars to keep up to date with all of our content. But NAB really begs the question, do we really need another camera release? Don't we already have enough? Well, if you are one to get excited about new tech, watch this video here and see why you probably should be excited about new camera and new technology coming out constantly.